welcome, FanBoy Forum. Booyakasha. A little bit more enthusiastic this time. Okay, all right. That's what I like to hear. We're going to continue with the theme of haterade in the world of fanboys and fangirls. Heroes, or actors rather, who should have never put on a cape. Let's start off with Wolverine Origins, X-Men Wolverine Origins, with, for example, Will.i.am.
Yeah.
More like, Will, what am I doing in this movie? First of all, did he even like do any music for the movie?
I think he did. I think there was something over the credits that he did. But like, that whole movie was a train wreck as far as I'm concerned. Like, there's basically like, let's take this really cool story and change everything about it.
Right.
Awesome. That's cool. We'll just call it the same thing though.
Well, you know, technically, all right, this is a little fanboy history, a little comic book history. You know, Wolverine's claws were never meant to come out of his hands.
Right.
You know that, right?
Right.
And it wasn't until John Byrne, an artist from the 80s, just decided, I'm just going to draw it like that. Because initially they were supposed to come out of his gloves.
Right.
He drew it like that. Everybody drew it like that. And it was cool. But his claws are not made of bones.
Right.
His claws are supposed to be pure adamantium.
They were trying to give you some kind of basis for why they would make claws that pop. Like, what is even the muscular mechanism that makes claws pop out of your hand? Nothing.
Right.
Like, it doesn't exist.
And if you pick up a copy of Marvel Universe, one of the original copies, they'll show you a cross-section of his forearm, and they'll say mechanical housings that were built into his forearms. You're not born with mechanical housings built into your forearms. You do not have silicone brushing on your knuckles. Yeah, no. It's not. And also, if you are born that way, that's not traumatizing. If you're born to be an animal, if you're born to be a killer, that's not going to traumatize you later in life. Now, if you're born like a regular person and someone turns you into a killer,
right,
that is traumatizing. So that's my big deal with X-Men Origins and
okay, like not even that. Can we also just talk about how the Merce with the mouth didn't have a mouth?
The who?
Fucking Deadpool.
Oh,
are you kidding me? Like, Deadpool is ridiculous.
They totally just messed that up.
He does not have katanas coming out of his arm.
No.
He talks. He's an asshole. Like,
no, he is an asshole.
And they just completely just like, he didn't have a mouth. He didn't have a mouth. The Merce with the mouth did not have a mouth.
He's supposed to be a smart. You don't. No, it's not. What I want to know is like, okay, for example, you know, I can't believe the casting people from, you know, X-Men Origins Wolverine decided, okay, we need a colored actor here. What's that one guy from what's the name of that group? Navy Bean Soup? No, Black Eyed Peas. Black Eyed Peas. Let's get that guy. Now I know what I'm about to say is gonna probably cheese a few people up. If you want to do something like that, give us something to look at. Get that one dude, Shamar Moore, pretty motherfucker. and granted, I know he's pretty. He's got the magic eyebrows and everything. But get Boris Kojo. Get Boris Kojo. Get one of them at least. Yeah, he was in the last two Resident Evils.
I could have sworn when I went to McDonald's last week, Boris Kojo.
No, that was Bokeem Woodbine. That was Bokeem Woodbine. Actually, Bokeem Woodbine, I don't know if you know this, but Bokeem Woodbine is going to be in the new American Doctor Who, produced and directed by Michael Bay. It's called Doctor Who That There. You know I can't stand Michael Bay, so I don't even want to talk about it. Whatever, man. Whatever. You know, like I said, I understand that Shamar Moore is probably too pretty, but he would have been a better fit than Will.i.am. I mean, like, okay, it's just, I guess we're just lucky that Tyler Perry wasn't an X-Men fan. No. Last thing I want to see is Medea, in an X-Men movie. Or better yet, your boy, what's his name? You ever watch Sliders? The show Sliders? Excellent show. Sliders should still be under, the Crying Man, Clevant Derricks. What we gonna do now, cue ball? I mean, I guess we're lucky that we don't have either one of them playing that role. But yeah, no, Will.i.am had no business being in that movie at all. Now, did you like what's his name?
Gambit?
Yeah. What's his real name?
Wait, Gambit's real name?
Gambit's
or the
real name.
actor's real name?
Taylor Kitsch.
Taylor Kitsch, the actor.
Remy LeBeau.
Remy LeBeau. Dude, that felt kind of flat. Like, I like Gambit. He's one of my favorites from when I was little, from growing up, from watching the cartoon, from reading the comics. But like, he didn't have an accent. He didn't have a lot of character to him. I don't know what this is with the superhero movies where they're like, oh, this character is really like, he's a smart mouth and he's very intelligent and he does a lot of crazy, funny, quirky things. Let's get rid of all of that.
Right.
And just make him a real human being. Like, I don't understand. Like,
no one wants
it just makes him like a flat, like, no substance character. Like,
yeah, no. I don't go to the movies to see realism. I don't go to the willing suspension of disbelief. That's why I go to the movies. Okay, Taylor Kitsch, Gambit, stunk. Like you said, no accent. He wasn't cool. He wasn't suave.
Right. They did that with Spider-Man too a little bit. They're like, oh, Spider-Man's a real smart mouth, but that's not, that's cheesy. That's part of a comic book thing. Let's make him a real sweet nerd. Like, which is fine.
Which he is,
Peter Parker's a real sweet nerd. Spider-Man is a smartass. Like,
Spider-Man, the whole thing with Spider-Man is supposed to be the whole duality of man kind of thing.
Right.
When he's Peter Parker, he's the sweet kid.
Right.
When he's in that mask, he turns into someone else. He's a smartass. He's cracking. That's what you lacked totally in the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Right.
He wasn't.
Thank you.
You're welcome. He
was a perfect Peter Parker. They completely just like cut the balls off of his Spider-Man completely.
Say they castrated Spider-Man. But yeah,
he's one of my favorites.
Incoming call from Vader Girl.
Vader Girl. Okay, this is a new segment on the show. It's called Ask Vader Girl, and basically what you do is you send her a message and ask her a question, and she will answer said question here on the show. But please, do not do what this fellow did.
Hey, Vader Girl. I got a question for you. What are you wearing right now?
Deadpool asked me, when you attend cons, on average how many guys fall into your boobs, slap pinch your butt while they're walking by, and pretty much any other desperate perv thing guys do? That's a very interesting question. To be honest, that's never happened. However, something that has happened is regarding David Prowse. I love you, Dave. Love ya. But when I went to see him, he moved everything off the chair so I could sit by him. And you all know that I took the video and we kissed in the video on my YouTube. And I noticed that the attention with me sitting next to him was taken away from his fans that were in line to greet him. So I told him I had to go and that, he had people that wanted to get his autograph. And he asked me what I was doing that night. I took that the wrong way. Some of you might be saying, oh no, Vader Girl, you did not take that the wrong way. But what if he just wanted to go out to dinner. You know, he travels all the time, and he's a really, really sweet guy. I've heard otherwise. I've read some things on Reddit, people saying that he's not nice, and, you know, the controversy that happened with Lucas and him. But I've had no problems with Dave Prowse. He's a very sweet guy, and I think I took it the wrong way. What do you guys think? But I don't know. But another thing that happened was regarding a celebrity. Billy D. Williams' son, Corey D. Williams, and his friend, Steven, they were at one of the cons, and they weren't pervy, but they were very, very sweet, and they said I was their favorite fan, and, you know, flirtatious, which I'm sure they are with all the ladies, but I've never had any encounters with regular fans at cons touching my butt or my boobs or bumping into me. It's always been regarding some celebrities that are just very flirtatious. Thanks, that was a great question.